Under the circumstances that we are now facing in our world today, over probably really the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 days especially, but even down the road here, what we're looking at is altering and changing our lives, and hopefully that we get back to a sense of normalcy sooner rather than later. I'm not going to run down everything that's been canceled, postponed, delayed, but the one thing that you shouldn't postpone or cancel or delay is your content, your brand, your building. And you may be a restaurant owner, you may be another nonprofit that has had to cancel or delay or postpone. And your events may not be happening, and you may not be in business right now, but it is important to stay the course and keep that social media presence alive and keep it going. And while you may not be able to serve your customers or serve the base that you intend to serve, the way social media works is, you're trying to stay ahead of many different influences and many different sources that are out there. And here in Illinois, we just wrapped up the primary. So now the general election rhetoric is going to ramp up. You're going to start seeing more of that if you haven't already. Companies are going to be readjusting and coming out with strategies and plans to deal with COVID-19, whether it is some going out of business forever, unfortunately, and others that will have to reinvent themselves and pull themselves up and be that phoenix that rises from the ashes. Coming up with that plan B or that alternative plan. A lot of restaurants right now are having to kind of switch and do the curbside service and have pickups and whatnot. It's those adjustments that we have to make, but we're also staying consistent. And I'm not saying that this is going to be easy, and it's certainly going to be a long haul, because we are just really here in Illinois a day or two into this restaurant and bar closing situation. Schools, it's still a big question mark of when kids will be back in the classroom learning. Colleges and universities in Illinois and in this area specifically have decided and opted to switch to online learning. So we know all the headlines and what's going on with this, but really I just wanted to take a little bit of time today to talk about being that consistent force out there and not making light of the situation. I think that you can still have sensitivities and be, not adjusting your message or your brand, that you're obviously staying sympathetic to the situation, but we also have business to do. And with everything that is closed or delayed or postponed, look at the Southern Illinois Miners, for example, and I don't know when their season will start, but that's a local impact. We saw Johnny Logan College. Unfortunately, their basketball team has had a great season, and they're not going to be able to finish out their tournament play. So those opportunities that were going to be, maybe mean a little bit extra business for our area now being shuttered and hampered. So do what you can to support local businesses still, obviously. If you are a local business or a local brand or a local nonprofit, stay the course and keep that consistency going and make those posts and do, be willing to kind of think outside of that box and do what it takes to keep the brand alive, to keep moving forward. We got to keep moving forward, and obviously there are going to be obstacles that we're going to run into along the way, all of us, no matter what business, no matter what brand you are. Healthcare industry is going to change. The banking industry is seeing changes. Restaurant and hotel and bar industry, major changes. So we're all being impacted. We're all in this together. We need to work together and come up with strategies and ways to keep brands alive, to keep the consistency, because while I am obviously very concerned about the human impact, the human toll that this will take, this COVID-19, I think the economic impact is going to be far more devastating and far more reaching. So, that's kind of my take on everything right now, and it is changing literally by the hour. I have clients that are emailing me, texting me to update their pages or to update their message, and because they are either readjusting, reassessing, whatever the case may be. So stay safe out there, be vigilant, be strong, be consistent.